Hey guys, Belualyth here, back in with another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Mythic Legion's Necronominus wave, Belualyth. She is one of the children of Necronominus we took a look at the other day. Please check that review out if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it if you did. Along with reviews of her other siblings that are up on the channel. I think the only one we haven't done yet that is currently quote-unquote available, at least thanks to the mystery boxes, is Belualyth. I do have Belualyth, but I don't think I've ever reviewed her on this channel or my old channel. So we are ranking up quite the messed up family tree, if I do say so myself, because we have not only her, but we have Belualyth, Malleus, Brother Mandibulus, and coming in the future, Belualyth and Thrasus the First Risen. And of course their big daddy, Necronominus, and creepy uncle, Maxilius the Harvester. Like that's the Brady Bunch of nightmares right there, people. That said, this of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Horsemen Studios, before I get ahead of myself. And yeah, I gotta tell you, I didn't have a lot of expectations for good old Belualyth here. To be honest, she feels like the odd one out because all the other children of Necronominus are like skeletons, and she's a ghoul. Like, I believe they said her race is a ghoul. I don't know what her brother Belualyth, and I guess they're twins, which that's kind of weird. Who's the mom in this messed up family? That's what I want to know. I know it's not Alithia, so who is it? Like, what's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, she is a ghoul. And we got some ghouls in the Undead Builder kit coming in the next couple of days. I will have a review of that. But she is a beast master. So that means she tames beasts like the Turpiculi, who I just knocked over. Nice going, Klutz. But I have him right here. And you can see he's pretty large and in charge for being someone with dwarf legs. But there you go. I'm going to review him going up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But as you can see, she scales quite nicely. But, well, the scale doesn't really matter on the Turpiculi, does it? Turpiculi? To whatever. That said, I don't mention this in the Turpiculi review, but the little bone doodads on the wings, they do actually hinge. I actually recorded this guy first, so that's why I didn't mention that. I didn't notice it until after the fact, so, beggars can't be choosers. What do you want for free? You want grade A quality content. You're not going to get that here. It's not what I aim for. I aim for content I'm happy with, that I know will entertain people. At least, I try anyways. That said, why don't we take a look-see at what Belualyth has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the basics. Some alt hands. We have a pair of grip hands with the inappropriate hinge for holding stuff. I don't know why, though. That's kind of weird. She's got a grip hand on the left side. I thought I got bamboozled, like with the skeleton hand pack, and got, like, duplicate hands. I did not. That's just, how it is. She's got one grip hand with the appropriate hinge for holding stuff and a fist on her in the package. She also has some claw hands, as well as an alt head with a nose. You want her to look a little bit more human. That said, if you got Thrace Wraithhaler, it's probably a good head to throw on that body. Only problem is you got the hair to worry about, but it does come off. And I don't think this is the same hair as Christmas Past. It's similar, but it's not the same, because Christmas Past didn't have hair in her face. So she's very, almost reminds me of the, is it Emily? Elizabeth? I forget. Isn't it something with an E? The Corpse Bride from that Tim Burton movie. The same name. Reminds me a lot of her for some reason. But, that said, we also get some critters, because she's a beastmaster. Actually, we get a knife here. A little knife, a little dagger. I guess she's got a whip, but it's on her belt, kind of like Kumira from Thundercats, so you can't actually give that to her, which kind of sucks. But she does come with this little skeleton buzzard here. It's got some give to him, but you don't want to be forced stuff. His head does move, though. And pop off, okay. Doesn't take much to do that, really, does it? Huh. No, it doesn't. Okay. So, yeah, his head moves, and you can pop it off if you want. That's always fun, I guess. She also has this little bird cage, and no, it does not come with a little Robin Williams inside. It comes with a little snake, a little snaky snake, coiled around this little tree here. She's got this little snake. It's a skeleton snake, because of course it is. And it does sit a certain way. You gotta have it sitting like this, or it ain't gonna work. I say that as I fidget with it to get it to work. Okay. And then you can just pop this on top. No, you're supposed to be able to pop this back on top. Oh, look at that. His little head was peeking out there for a minute. And then this piece at the top does rotate, so if you want it to face the right way, you can adjust it without having to take the thing off, which is nice. And then we have the piece de resistance. A freaking skeleton chimera. What the hell? It just came out of nowhere. It got a bird, I get that, and it's even got the little glove to go over the arm. I would say heat up the gauntlets before you pop the hands out, but the left one for me was really easy to pop out. The right one was a little trickier, but I was still able to pull it out. That's what she said. But we got this freaking chimera here. This thing is wild. And it does remind me of the Chimera band from the early 2000s, the heavy metal band. This is a specific album cover with these types of skulls on it. So that's pretty cool, but the skulls, heads anyways, they do have little ball joints, and if you're not careful, you'll pop them off, just like the vulture. But they both move. This will pivot around. There's no, like, ball socket movement out of this. You get a little bit. Very basic articulation on this guy. He's got ball socket legs, kind of, sort of. More so in the back. He's got some ball socket legs there. Very reminiscent of Skeleton Warriors. They came with little sidekicks like this, although they weren't this cool. And then the snake. There is no, like, waist or anything there. But the snake, the tail does kind of pivot up here. And then the snake's head is on a ball joint. But be careful, because I thought the jaw on the snake... Let's see, pops off. I thought the jaw on the snake moved. It doesn't. It's a glued in piece, and I'm going to need to get that glued back in. So that is that. Surprisingly, I didn't knock it off trying to do that, but there you go. There is the Skeleton Chimera. That's a freaking awesome piece. You can't do any pop and swaps with this, but it does look cool standing there, and it does have the little chain, the little handle. You can get to her if you want. So, as far as Belualyth herself goes, she does have this little apparatus on her back that you can hang that bird cage off from. It's almost like a branch, but it does hang off her back. You can hang that off there. I feel like it should be like more like this. That's like warped kind of forward, so maybe a little bit of heat warping will fix that, but there you go. You can do that if you want. It is kind of loose, but it doesn't fall off, so I guess it's fine. Worst case scenario, glue it in there. Like, it's gonna come out. I mean, seriously. As far as her articulation goes, she's got the dated neck, surprisingly. It's just the ball peg, so she really just gets a swivel out of that. Her hair kind of does help hold this whole thing down, and look at that face. That is the face only. A decrepit, Baba Yaga ass looking mama could love. She doesn't even have a nose. What's going on there? Her shoulders can go up about that far. Rotate a little bit. Elbow. Oh, did I not get that joint to... Okay, I guess her elbow swivel is stuck. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. That was weird. That was stuck for a minute. Huh. Odd. But her elbow swivel does work. Now, at least, she does get pretty good bend out of the arm. As well as a gauntlet twist. And this hand will pivot the right way, hold stuff, while the other hand is just a fist, so it doesn't matter. But she's probably going to have that bird on her shoulder like Soundwave. This pauldron is actually connected to the strap going across her torso. I'm going to lift her hair out of the way here. You can see this belt going across her torso. That is connected to that pauldron piece. Much like the pauldron piece from, is it Artemis 2? She had something very similar to that. She also has a diaphragm joint, which is not the tightest thing, but you can kind of adjust it so it's not loose. And then she does have a little waist swivel, but not a lot. Hips can kick out to the side, back down, forward and back. She does have a thigh cut. Hips are not the tightest thing on her, going in and out, but it's not egregiously loose. Single jointed knee, swivel below the knee. And she does have a hinge in the foot with a rocker, as well as a swivel and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. And some wired soft goods down here, which unlike freaking Bastet, the wire isn't busted all over the place. Who'd have thought? And it's like the same style soft goods too. I do wish she had a sheath for her knife. And here's what I mentioned about her whip. It's right here, and you can't take it off. It's connected permanently to her belt. So that kind of stinks. It would have been nice to have a whip accessory in this line, but it is what it is. I think she's pretty cool, though. She looks tough, man. Like, I wouldn't want to mess with this chick. Looks like she'd kick my ass into next Tuesday. So, you know, that's not very far away, but maybe the Tuesday after that. She looks tough enough to do that. What do you think? I think she looks tough with just one pauldron, like not giving a shit. That said, why don't we bring in our two regulars as I knock the Terpiculi over again like a klutz. We got the Mythic Legion. No dip, Sherlock. Brother Mandibulus from Advent of Decay. Speaking of decay, like her nose. I don't know if Bro-Man is her older brother or what, but, you know, again, they're siblings. Remember that. Eventually I'm going to have to get all the siblings out. I feel like Belualyth is the youngest because she's the less rotten, or the least rotten. Maybe that's what's going on. But that said, we also have the infamous Let Spawn, as usual, towers over everyone. Because even if we count that weird tree branch thing sticking off her back, good old Al Simmons here is a 7-inch scale figure after all. He's going to be bigger, right? So, with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and I have to be honest with you guys in saying that I think good old Belualyth here may have exceeded all my expectations anyways, because I gotta be honest with you, when this figure was first revealed, I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I don't really know. But having it in hand, I really like this figure. I think she's one of the better female figures in the line. Has a lot of cool accessories, that's for sure. I love the skeleton critters, and I love some of the unique parts they gave her. The only issue I really have with mine is the hair staying on for the most part. I managed to get it on, but it's a little tricky. It's a bit finicky. And of course there is the snake jaw falling off the snake head on my figure because, well, I'm stupid and thought it moved. Thankfully it didn't break, but I'm gonna have to get that glued at some point. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.